I want to do a reading. Wait for some of you guys to come in. This video is for entertainment purposes. I hope you guys can hear me. This video is for entertainment purposes. Okay. All right. I did a read on Andrianna Younge and her grandmother. Okay. Now, the reading that I did on Andrianna Younge and her grandma came out as false. Okay, her grandmother. False energy. Okay. And I pray to God that I'm wrong. To Yeshua, Jah, that I'm wrong. Okay. Um, but the ancestors don't lie. Okay. Andrianna don't lie. Okay. Um, so let's talk about Andrianna for a minute and something her mother said. And something the father said. Okay. I'll wait for some of you guys to come on in. Come on in. I found my knives. Okay. These are shells and bones. And I have cards here. Okay. Hello, my beautiful souls. Wherever you're at, time is never fluent. Whenever you get this, you get this. Okay. So I'll wait for some of you guys to come in. And we're gonna talk about the grandmother. Because people are questioning if Andrianna Younge's grandmother turned a blind eye, knew something that was going on, okay, that was going to happen that day. And I said, I prayed to Jah, I prayed to Yeshua, I prayed to Oda Mary that I was wrong, okay. I pray that I was wrong, okay. All my videos are for entertainment purposes, and all my videos are bullshit. If you know, you know. If you're new to my channel, you can go under my bio. You can hit the like button. You can subscribe to my channel. So if you any updated videos or any videos, you can be notified right away. Hey, Olive. There's something that the father said and something that the mother said. Okay. And I did the reading. This will probably be like my 4th reading. Okay. But in one of the readings, I went into depth of the relationship the grandmother had with a government official. Okay. Yes. The guy showed up in uniform. Okay. So I'll wait for some of you guys to come on. Ooh. Get your waters, your teas, your coffees, whatever you drink out here. Get them. Get them. Okay. Get them. Okay. Get them. Because we're about to get into this read. Okay. Andrianna Younge's grandmother. Show me what I need to see. Guardian angels. Ancestors. Andrianna. Let me tell you guys a story. The mother said that Andrianna was bullied. Come on in. Come on in. The mother said that Andrianna was bullied and that she had to be sent to another school. The father said that his granny, okay, his granny raised him, okay, not his mother, his granny. His granny's not here, okay. You guys, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I'll wait. I'm going to set good intentions for this read. I'm calling on all my ancestors. I'm calling on all my angels, near and far. I'm calling on Andrianna's ancestors. Calling on Andrianna's granny to show us what we need to see. Okay? Andrianna's grandmother did an interview, right? In the interview, Andrianna's grandmother said that I had to watch the interview over and over, okay? And her energy was not truthful energy, okay? Energy never lies, okay? The eyes to the soul never lies, okay? She had sunglasses on that day. We know she took them to the pool with other people, other family members. Remember when I pulled the cards, Granny came up as false. Okay? Granny had secrets. Okay? What secrets was Granny holding? Not Granny. Yeah, well, that is her granny. Okay? Her grandmother. Okay? Andrianna's mother said something, and yes, I'm repeating myself. She said that Andrianna was bullied. They had to take Andrianna at one school and put her in another school because she was bullied. She wouldn't fight back. That's what the mother said. So did the grandma feel like Andrianna wasn't strong enough? Because she was strong in spirit. She was strong in spirit. You guys, just because a child doesn't fight back, okay, doesn't mean that child is weak. Okay? Doesn't mean that child's weak. Okay? Some children understand who they are. Okay, I and I. Okay? They understand who they are. They don't have to fight back. Okay? And her mom had to put her in another school because she was being bullied. Now, some of you guys out here might have children. When she said that to me, you guys, I was just like... And then the energy that I was pulling on Andrianna, the very first read that I was pulling on Andrianna, okay, disturbed me in my spirit, in my soul. Spirit is breath. Okay? So I want to use... I have the shells here. And I have the cards, and I'm trying to see what cards I'm drawn to. And the reason why is because this is something that I did not want to bring up, okay? But it came up in my previous videos on Andrianna's grandmother, okay? Andrianna's grandmother. Now, we don't know what kind of relationship Andrianna had with her grandmother, okay? We don't know, okay? Only the grandmother knows, and Andrianna knows that. Let me show you Andrianna's grandmother. And then Andrianna's grandmother says she went to get a wristband, Okay, the grandmother said she sent Andrianna to get the wristband. Okay, so she sent her to the Aldolablos. Okay, the devils. Okay, she sent her. Okay, so if she, how did she get a wristband to go in the pool? I'm starting to believe that the grandmom is lying. Okay, now I'm starting to believe, I know she's lying. Okay, yes, and this is a hard thing to say because people are suffering. The father's suffering, the mother's suffering. Okay, the community's suffering. Okay, I don't know the name of this community. I was saying Georgetown, because that's where the U.S. Embassy is. But I don't know the name of this community in Guyana. But let's pull up Adriana's grandmom. But she's on the other side. She's not fully cross, but there's a grandmother that's around her that is cross. Okay, so this would be a great grandmother. Okay. She said that she sent Adriana to get the wristbands. Okay, that's what she said. She sent Adriana to get the wristbands. And remember, if you go back to my videos, I said her energy was false. Okay? False energy. I'm not on here for clickbaits. I'm not on here for views. I'm just a psychic. Okay? From the United States. Okay? This is what I do. Okay? And if you don't believe in the spiritual realm is more real than the physical. Okay? What the eyes can see. Okay? If you guys don't believe that, or you don't want to hear this, you can exit my page. So let me go to the granny. When the mother told me that, well, she didn't tell me. The mother said in the video that Adriana was bullied. I thought about my youngest daughter. Okay, she's in med school. Okay, she's going to be a doctor, but she's going to be a scientist. Okay. And I was having a conversation with her yesterday. And she said something, and I already know this about my youngest child. Okay, I know this about all my children, but especially my youngest child. Okay, my youngest child moves with pure intentions. Always move with pure intentions. Never have a wicked bone in her body or a wicked spirit in her body. Everywhere she goes, she moves with pure intentions. She don't have no agenda. Okay, she don't want to see nobody get hurt. Okay, but she got a clean spirit. Clean spirit. Okay, clean spirit. Those kind of people carry a different light. Okay, a different light inside them. Okay, they're not weak in spirit. They're actually the strongest in spirit. Okay, they carry a Pacific light in them. Okay. In her life on this earth, in the next life, she's an old soul. She was my mother in a past life. My youngest daughter. She never cried. Never cried. Never cried. Not when she was hungry. Not when she was tired. When she came in ready to come in. Because she was supposed to come in. Okay? Just like Adriana. Adriana was supposed to come in. Okay, but they messed with the wrong child. Okay? So Adriana's grandmother said that she sent Adriana to go get wristbands. So she sent Adriana to get wristbands. And Adriana was in the pool. Out of all the children, now why didn't she send an adult? Why didn't she go herself to get the wristbands? There's all those adults around the pool, okay? And we have to hold the adults accountable too. We have to. Now, did she know that did Andrianna know this was going to happen to her? No. Did the grandma know? I believe she did. Okay, remember, go back to my videos. Okay, this video is for entertainment purposes, and I praise the God, Jah, Yeshua, Oda Mary, that this is not true. Because could you imagine losing a child and then you have a false, fake grandmother that is supposed to love your child like you love your child? Ain't nobody gonna love your child like you love your child. Okay, nobody. Not granny. Most of the times you have grannies, they love my grannies, both my grandmas love me. Okay, they love. There's a different love there. Okay, they had wisdom, they had knowledge, they had understanding, they had patience. Okay, they wouldn't take no money from nobody. Okay, let me tell you guys something. In this life, if you can be sold, okay, there's other stuff that comes with it. Okay, this is the granny. I've not seen one tear from this granny's eyes. If that was my grandson or granddaughter, I would have fell out. I would have fell the fuck out. And then, oh, we protesting. Okay, it's going down. Okay, just saying. Okay, I didn't see her shed no tears. Okay, I don't know much about this grandmom, but I'm gonna show you a picture. She did an interview and she talked out, and okay, and Andrianna's young grandmother talked out everything. This is so painful. Andrianna Young's grandma explains everything, and she was quick to do the interview. Right away. Okay, she was quick. I think she was there with the mother. The mother wasn't speaking, and the auntie. And if you go back to my videos, I said that she came out as false energy. Okay, false. Okay, false. Okay, I'm gonna do the shells. I'm gonna ring the bell, and I'm gonna pull from the Hoodoo Tarot. So let me get the Hoodoo Tarot out, because I want to know who Granny is. Andrianna's a child. Okay, a child. She was bullied in school. So that tells you that she had a clean spirit. Some children don't fight back, but not because they're weak or scared. It's because they feel like they don't have to fight back. Okay, because Andrianna knew herself. Okay. The granny's the one that didn't know herself. Okay. Now, the granny said that she gave Andrianna, she told Andrianna to go get the wristbands. Remember? Okay, let me ring this bell 3 times. I want to see Andrianna Young's grandmother's energy, ancestors. Okay. Whew. Alright, I'm going to tell you guys this. This table that I'm using, my original desk broke. I'm waiting to get my new heavy duty table. Especially when I throw the shells or I do it on the ground. Since yesterday, I wanted to do this video with me on the ground. Okay? Sitting on the ground. Okay, so that's how I read. Sometimes I'm on the ground. Okay? Now, what I'm seeing here is generational trauma. Okay, I've seen this before. This is not the first time I've seen this in a read. Okay. Um, and I do see here there is a division between the father, the granny, and the mother. Okay. Now, what does this have to do with Andrianna Younge? This has a lot to do with Andrianna Younge because she was in the care of her granny and a lot of other adults that day. But they sent Andrianna to get the wristbands. This is the story she's telling everybody, okay? But Andrianna was in the pool. Now, I do see here that she knows somebody in government, okay? I'm telling you. There's some kind of past, present, and future energy here, okay? Of communicating with somebody, knowing somebody, okay? Past, present, and future energy, okay? She knew somebody, and I'm seeing somebody in a uniform, okay? Yes. Now the question is, what would Granny get from all this? Okay, giving up her granddaughter. What is she going to get from this? Did she not like Andrianna? Did she not care for Andrianna like she cared for the other children? Some grannies are jealous of their granddaughter. Some mothers are jealous of their own granddaughter. Some mothers hate their daughter because they're not as strong as their child. They're not as strong as their child to face generational trauma, generational hurt, or even speak the truth out here. So they hate that child because that child's the one that brings the truth forward. Like my youngest daughter. I just had a discussion with my youngest daughter. Everything she says, she speaks her truth. She speaks her truth. She walks her truth. She has true intentions, pure intentions. There's not a malice bone in her body. But she knows herself. She knows the weight she carries in this realm. In other realms. She knows it. My youngest daughter is half Haitian. Her great-grandmother was an Obeah woman. Known Obeah woman in Florida. Mommy Coral. She's not here anymore. But she's around Giselle. She's also around me. Telling you. The granny's not telling the truth. We're going to pull some cards on this. But what I'm seeing here is past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. And Andrianna over here. Somebody says you always have to walk with one foot in front and one behind on the plane. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You know, some children are children that come in a family that is supposed to break generational trauma, that's supposed to break generational curses. Okay? They're meant to come in that family for a reason. Giselle's fully aware. Andrianna was fully aware who she was. She didn't have to fight those other kids. She knew what weight she carried. It's not that she was afraid. She knew who she was. Somebody said you can't let your guard down for 1 second. There's mothers out here that don't even like their own children. Children that carry, and they don't even like their own children. They envy their child. They're jealous of their child. There's daughters out here that don't even like their own mother. They're jealous of their mother. It's crazy. It's crazy. I had a stepmother that did not like me because she did not like my mother. So every time she seen me, she seen my mother. And before she died, because she's dead, okay? Do you guys see how the camera's going in and out? Before she died, she wrote me a letter. And she said the reason she wanted to apologize, she was on her deathbed. I was like 15 or 16. And I couldn't understand why this woman didn't like me. I could not. But I knew she didn't like me. She said she wrote me a letter, she apologized. And she wrote, every time she seen my mother, she seen me. She treated me different. She's no longer here. She's dead. She died. She wrote a letter. My father read it. I read it. She cut my hair. Thank you. She cut my hair. One time and with my father, he's Hispanic. He's Puerto Rican and Taino. And one thing, they don't let you cut your hair. Okay? They don't like their daughters to have their haircuts. Okay? Yes, you can get it trimmed, but not cut. Okay? Yes. We must not take our eyes off the children. Somebody says, I believe you. I lived it. Yes. She cut my hair. I'll never forget it. She cut my hair. She did awful things. But she's not here. And I forgave her a long time ago. Not for her, but for me. Because I was that special child. And a lot of you guys out there was that special child. So, the granny that went on national TV with the pink hair. Okay. This is her. She needs to tell the truth. Okay. She needs to tell the truth. Because Andrianna knows the truth. Her mother, her family, they know the truth. You think because a child is not breathing breath that they don't know what's going on? They see everything. Yes, the granny needs to be questioned by the FBI. She needs to be questioned because she's lying. Okay? And this is really sad that I even have to say this because the son is suffering. I don't know if it's the son's mother or the mother's mom. I don't know. But the mother, I mean, you can see there's more to her story too. Okay, the mother, Andrianna's mother. She has a story. Okay. And me, my oldest daughter was talking. See how spirit be moving within? Telling you. And she was saying that they're in life, you have to speak your truth. I raised my kids right. Because if they don't speak their truth, okay, and we'll go back to my mother's generation, the great generation before. If people been molested, okay, abused, and they don't speak their truth, it happens to the next generation because they don't address it. So it carries on. Okay, it goes to the next, to the next, to the next, until you have that one person that's in the family that they call crazy, that they call unruly, don't listen, okay, that goes against everything that you say because they speak their truth no matter what. Okay? because they know they're the ones to break the generational trauma, the generational curses, the ancestral trauma, okay, that has been going on from generation to generation. A lot of people have their grandparents, their grandmother has been touched, okay. The generation before, the same thing happens. Then it happens to the granddaughter, and then it just goes on. It never ends. It never ends until somebody is the truth teller. And the truth tellers are always called the crazy ones or the disobedient ones. Yes, they need to get the father, the mother, and the children out of that hellhole. Yes. Okay. And the other family that's there, they can figure it out. Because it happened to Andrianna. It happened to Andrianna Younge, her father, and her mother, and her siblings. And her mother said that she used to take care of her siblings while she was working. She would help out. She would take on that responsibility. So you're telling me this is an unruly child? Or disobedient child? She came home from school and did everything that she was supposed to do to help her mother out. And this is the fate that she met. Yes, Adriana's mother is very weak. She's very weak. Andrianna was a normal child. Yes, she was normal. But the grandmom story is not making sense. It's not. And then in the pool, she has her back towards Andrianna. Like, I'm not going to see what's going to happen. But I'm going to bring you there so it can happen. But I'm going to act like I never seen it happen. And then, of course, there's other people involved. Okay? And this video is for entertainment purposes. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can get off my page. But I have to speak my truth. I walk in my truth. I speak in my truth. And I live in my truth. Yes, they want kids to be robots, and they don't want children to be free thinkers. Andrianna was a free thinker. She had faith. Her faith she had some faith where her faith couldn't be moved. That's the kind of faith this girl carried. Just because you're a grandmother, a granny, nanny, a mother, doesn't mean you love your child. I've seen it. Okay? I've seen it. I have done reads. I have done so many reads on children that have been taken out by their own parents. She was 11 years old and all these evil people betrayed her. Yes. Wicked, man. Wicked. Wicked. I just did a case on these 2 children out of Canada. Okay? Same thing. Never had a chance. Yes, the 2 twins, I did a read on them. They never had a chance. Never had a chance. The mother, I told you, the mother's involved in that case in Canada. The mother's involved and the stepfather's involved. She could act like she was sleeping. The 4-year-old and 6-year-old out of Canada, okay? The mother had no emotion. I did the reading on it. She's an addict. What do I think is happening in the world? I believe that we're in a spiritual war. This is what I believe. It's spiritual. This is spiritual, and this is what I believe in. I believe we're dealing with people that are soulless beings. And when we're dealing with people with soulless beings, we have to fight them. We have to fight back in the spiritual realm. Okay, that's through prayers and other ways. Okay, that is the world we're living in. This is spiritual. This fight is spiritual. We have soulless people. Soulless, have no soul. Cold, bitter, nasty, evil. Don't even like their own children. They're jealous of their own child. How can you be jealous of your own child or your grandchild? What kind of shit is that? Oh, they will all go down. My stepmother died. I'm telling you, death is amongst their heads. I'm telling you, death comes for everybody. Some people, death comes for quicker than others. And people think that, okay, we're in this physical realm of existence and nobody sees what's going on in the spiritual realm. They see. Hey, baby. They see. They know. They know. That's what I'm telling you. And it's crazy because people think they can just come out. People think these evil people, these soulless beings that have lived a long time, if you guys know what I mean, okay? Yeah, Storm said hi. Okay, Storm's even angry. The grandmom needs to be questioned. We're gonna pull a card on the grandmom. She did an interview. The grandmom did an interview, and she's talking about this is so painful. So did she have to choose prior to that day of what child would get picked? And I didn't want to do this video because I know the father's grieving and I know the mother's grieving. But I have to do this video because this is the truth. And if you go back to my previous readings, the grandma came out as false. Okay, false. She was false. Okay, she held secrets. Okay. And somebody knows this because them bones came out. But let me shuffle this deck, and then let me pull one from the Kepler. Okay, so the Father of Sticks is in reverse, and the Mother of Coins is in reverse. Now, when we get these cards in reverse, we should not get these cards in reverse. You know how many times I've used this hoodoo deck, the hoodoo tarot, and hardly ever get the cards in reverse like this. So we got the Mother of Coins in reverse. I'm going to show you. I'm not doing no magic trick here, okay? The Mother of Coins in reverse, and this is what it would look like in the upright. She has something over her eyes, right? In the reverse. And we got the Father of Sticks in reverse, and this is what the Father of Sticks would look like in the upright. And you see in the upright, it looks like he's giving an offering of some sort. Okay? An offering to the ancestors. And here it looks like a bottle of wine. And he's being held up by that staff. And it looks like a bowl of fruit that you would give up an offering to the ancestors, the ones that came before you. But it came in the reverse. So I'm going to read this book because I don't use the Hoodoo Tarot that much. So we're going to look up the Mother of Coins meaning, and we're going to look up the Father of Sticks. Okay, so the Mother of Coins, you guys just stay with me, okay? The Mother of Coins, okay? So this is in the reverse position, okay? Not the upright. As above, so below. Or so below, as above. So within, so without. So without, so within. So when we get this in a reading, okay, it says the Mother of Coins is lying on her comfy bed surrounded by all of her beloved pets. She places jasmine and lavender on her head board to calm her, soothe herself so she can fall asleep deeper, so she can fall deep asleep. The goal is to receive valuable messages and insights from her dreams so she may help herself and others. But this didn't come up in the upright position. So the grandma is being haunted. She's not sleeping. Okay? The Mother of Coins is also about investing time and energy into improve one's quality of life. Okay? Okay? So the Mother of Coins is all about investing time and energy to improve one's quality of life. So she didn't like the life she was living. She wanted to improve it in some kind of way. Okay? On the positive side, she's an animal lover in tune with nature, caring, practical, and resourceful. Body positive, freely expresses warmth and keeps her own word. Okay? Now, on the negative side, the reverse side, which this card came out in the reverse, okay? She self-absorbs herself. She self-absorbs. So it's always about me, 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 me. What can me get? She's materialistic. A sociopath, and a gold digger. That's why she has this coin, because she's always thinking about the coins. Okay? Right? The money, the currency. Okay? If in a reading, if she does not represent a little person with these qualities, then she represents the attributes of the person. Okay? How the person is. The Mother of Coins is supposed to be nurturing energy, caring person, okay? Practical, resourceful, positive, freely expressing warmth, and keeping their word, okay? Living in their truth, speaking their truth, and walking in their truth. And that's not what she embodies. If a lot of you guys have got reads from me. I tell you what I see. And then I tell you to ask me the question. That's what real psychics do. They tell you what they see, and then they ask you, okay, do you want to ask any questions? And half the time when I do reads, I already know what the person's going to ask me. Ashe. So the grandmom is false. I got this in the past reads. Go back to my reads I did on the grandmother. False. She didn't like the life she was living. And this is sad because Andrianna is not here in the physical, but she's here in the spirit. But her father and mother are suffering. And for me to even do this video, you guys, I mean, I had no choice but to speak my truth. I'm not doing this for no quick likes and views. And I don't care. I don't get paid off of YouTube. Okay? I haven't got... I'm supposed to get one check, and it's a little check. I'm a truth teller. I'm a truth speaker. Okay? That's why I'm here. And I'm going to live out what my destiny and what I'm supposed to be doing on this realm. And bringing people awareness consciously, unconsciously. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is my path. The grandma can't sleep. She shouldn't be able to sleep. She's being haunted by this. And there's a coins card in here. Okay, coins, money. The mother of coins. She lived her life chasing money in many ways. She was unhappy with her life here. Okay, or her life that she lives, okay, in Guyana. Yes, I'm very devastated too. But I needed to pull on the grandmom's energy, okay? So she's false. She comes out false, okay? She should be coming out this way. Somebody that's nurturing, somebody that's caring, loving, okay? And there's a coin above her head. So this is what she's always thinking about, the money. But it came in the reverse. Okay? Somebody that, if this card would have came out in the upright, that means this means somebody that was loving, caring, nurturing, okay? Practical, resourceful. And this came in the reverse. Okay, let's read the Father of Six. I told you guys, and it's sad that I don't even have to say this because, but Andrianna's story needs to be told. So we got the Father of Six. The shells already showed me what I need to see. But I'm going to get the Father of Six out and read what the Father of Six says. So these numbers could be important too. 94, 49. Okay, the Father of Six. Six is normally, when we see sticks or swords energy in the regular tarot, right? It's normally trials and tribulations. Always fighting to have to get what I need. Okay? Nothing comes freely. Okay? Because if you don't move with pure intentions, you're going to get that strife. You're going to get those blockages. Okay? That swords energy. Okay? So let me see. Toddy, can you shut the door? So 83 can be important, or 38. I don't know how old this woman is. Toddy. So the Father of Six, and I want to pull a card on how Andrianna felt about her grandmother. So the Father of Six energy is a highly, okay, so the meaning of it is so it's a plant, okay, rye, okay, a highly successful 19th century hoodoo man, okay. He was Indian who lived in New Orleans, so he was Creole, half black and half Indian, French, whatever. Originate from Mississippi. He's depicted as a father of six. He was known for his ceremonies, which included distribution of fruit covered in bearing. He would also do head washing with brandy. Okay, so he was an Obeah man. Okay, he was a healer. Okay, he used natural resources. Okay, to heal people, to help people that were going through things. But this is in the reverse. So the Father of Six is generally a beneficial card. Okay, it is. Somebody that comes to heal. Somebody comes to help. Or on the positive side is a visionary. Okay, somebody that has a vision. Okay, adventurous, goal-oriented, wise, trustworthy, with a can-do attitude and natural-born leader. On the negative side, okay, the reverse side, because we're reading this in the reverse. This is a coward. An immature person. A coward, an immature person. Incompetent person. Reckless person. And when you have this person show up in a reading, it means the person's qualities. So she was supposed to be a healer. Remember I said it in my previous videos. The grandmother. The grandmother was supposed to be a healer. But she wasn't given those gifts. Because she wasn't living in her truth. You think they're going to give you gifts of sight and hearing if you're not walking and talking and living in your truth? No, they're not. They will take those gifts away. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. So this woman was supposed to be a healer, a born leader, trustworthy, goal-oriented, wise beyond her years, okay? A can-do attitude, goal-oriented, okay? A natural-born leader. But this is not what she's shown up as, okay? She's shown up as immature, reckless, coward, impotent, okay? She's a coward. Okay? Now, this is deep. This is deep. This is deep. Yes, with the pink hair. And if you see in this card, look in this card in the upright position. Jesus Lord. You see that pink in his hat? This is a healer. Okay, a wise one. Somebody says, I guess that's why the dad had a gut feeling. Yes, he knew. Yes, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Okay. So I want to know how she felt towards Andrianna. So this is her, how she is. This is a person that she is with these two cards. Okay, this is what she carries in this world. Okay, false energy, fake, fraud, worried about money. Okay, what she can get. Okay, this is not a mother energy or a grandmother energy. Okay, so how can she give this love to her son? or her daughter. Whew. Okay, I got the 8 of 6, and this I'm not even gonna shuffle this card because this deck, because I don't feel like I need to. So we got the 8 of 6. So I said, Jesus Lord, how did she feel about towards Andrianna? The 8 of 6 was at the bottom of my deck. Okay, I'm not even gonna shuffle because I don't need to shuffle. I already know the truth. The 8 of 6, 107. Okay. Okay, the 8 of 6 is a hoodoo woman is peeling wounds from a tree just struck by lightning. It's believed that light striking a wood amplifies the potence of the working. Okay. The positive. Okay, so I said, how did the grandma feel about Andrianna? Okay, this did come up in the other position. Okay, so this is how she felt. She felt rapid progress, forward movement, communication, finding a resolution, excitement, worldwide romance, gaining momentum, receiving a critical message, eye-opening experience, ending of delays, travel by air, successful journey, and being enlightened. Okay. Now I asked, how did she feel about Andrianna? Okay. So she knew that Andrianna had a gift. Okay. With the 8 of 6. So why would she be finding resolution with an 11-year-old child? It doesn't make sense. There was communication, excitement, worldwide romance, gaining momentum, receiving critical messages, eye-opening experiences, and being aligned, ending or delaying travel by air and successful journey. So she didn't want Andrianna to have a successful life. I'm just saying, this is crazy. Okay? And it did come up in the other position. So she knew Andrianna had a gift. Okay. So in the Hoodoo Tarot, it means a woman is peeling wood from a tree just struck by lightning, and it's believed that lightning struck would amplify the potence of working. So something wasn't working in her personal life and wasn't working with Andrianna. Because I'm getting that Shango energy, that lightning energy. Okay? So her and Andrianna didn't have a close relationship, because I asked, how did she feel about Andrianna? So this was a struggle, okay, with these sticks. And she felt like she had to change something to get what she wanted. Okay? Whatever relationship she had with Andrianna wasn't working. Because this is what it says, okay? Yes, this is what I'm saying. If you look at the picture, I'm pulling the energy because the energy in the pictures are bothering me. Okay? There's more to their story, okay? Their home life is not important, but the grandma is important because the grandma was there and she was supposed to be watching Andrianna. She was responsible for Andrianna. And all those adults, they have to live with this for the rest of their life. Now, did they know? Did the other adults know that there's going to be some wicked, evil people? Did they know this was going to be a setup? Because this is what it was. This was a setup. Okay? This was a setup. Give me another clarification card. I said, how did Grandma feel about Andrianna? So let's get another clarification card. On how the grandma felt about Andrianna. You guys, I already seen this in the shells. I have the shells right here. Baby. So the 7 of coins. This is how the grandma felt about Andrianna. The 7 of coins. This is... Whoo, baby. So the 7 of coins is about money. Okay? Money. Something that's tangible. Planting the seeds. And if you look in this, in the Hoodoo Tarot, she has seeds in her hands. And she's planting those seeds. But it wasn't the grandmom's idea. I'm telling you. There's more people involved in this. So let's read the 7 of coins. I said, how did she feel about Andrianna? And the 7 of coins came out. So let's see. Her energy alone is false because it's coming out reverse. Okay, and I asked how she felt about Andrianna. Okay, so we have the 8 of sticks and we have the 7 of coins. So whatever she was doing was not working. Okay, like an Obia person. Okay, so they're doing Obia, they're praying for something, and it's not working. Okay, so they have to do something even more dramatic for it to work. Because whatever they're wishing for. Yes, the grandma's lying. And I said it. I don't care if you don't like my page, you can get off my page. The 7 of coins. I don't like the grandma's energy. And I didn't like it from day one. 7 of coins, 136. Her energy's false. She didn't shed one tear. Some people, they react to emotions different. So when we see, so I asked if how did the grandma feel towards Andrianna? We have the 8 of sticks and the 7 of coins. Okay. So the 7 of coins is a woman bending over, picking up pearls. Picking up pearls while they whine. She tries to feed them to walks away. She's surrounded by hubblish bushes and wears a necklace made of the devil's strong shoestring, the root of the hubberish plant for protection against harm. So she did some root work before this even happened, so nothing could come back to her. Okay, I seen this in my previous readings. Okay, so no harm will come to her, or not the truth will come out about her. But it's not working. So I asked how she felt about Andrianna. So protection against harm. So what this card is meaning is slow, steady progress, assessing, waiting for results. This is how she felt about Andrianna. Waiting for results, long-term thinking, making assessments of the situation. Okay, considering the possibilities. Okay, maybe she didn't think that they were gonna murder her. Maybe she just thought they were gonna SA her. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, and finishing what she started, and reflecting on the choices that she made. I said, how does she feel about Andrianna? Okay, she's reflecting. Okay, and she's not sleeping. Okay, now I want to know how Andrianna felt about her grandmother. Yes, something's not right with her story. Her story's not making sense. You can make it make sense. It's not making sense. And I'm not going to sit here and try to figure it out because it's not making sense and she's lying. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. And I asked how Andrianna felt about her grandmother. It came out in the reverse. Big Mama. Big Mama should never come out in the reverse. This is some grandmom's energy. Big Mama. You know how your grandma cooks for you, provides for you, loves you. Okay, came out in the reverse. Okay, so Big Mama came out. So I asked Andrianna how she felt about her grandmother. She loves her family because the 10 of baskets is here. Okay, her mother and her father, and the 4 6 too. I'll read those. Okay. So how does she feel about Big Mama, Grandmama, Granny? Okay, and she has a message for her mom and dad once again. Wow. So Big Mama 75. This could be her age. 50, 57. I don't know how old this woman is. And this video is for entertainment purposes and it's all bullshit, okay? But we all know, okay? So Big Mama, the sun card, okay? The sun. Andrianna's feeling towards her grandmother is the sun card in the tarot Torah, okay? So it came out in the reverse. So Big Mama, okay, is the sun. So I am reminded of your sincerity, your faith, a faith that's dealt with first your grandmother, Louise, and your mother, Essa, and now I am sure dwells in you as well. Timothy 2, verse 1-5. This is how, and this came in the reverse. So when we see this in the reverse, it's saying, okay, Big Mama's holding a plate of homemade cornbread with the sun shining brightly behind her. She wears a skeleton key as a necklace to symbolize her all-encompassing wisdom. Okay. So this is I asked how Andrianna felt about her grandmother. It came out in the reverse. So she didn't see her grandmother as a wise woman. She was more wise than her grandmother. Okay. Big Mama is a term of endearment for the monarchy of one's family. It is acknowledgement of their wisdom, strength, authority, leadership skills, and ability to nourish multiple generations. To heal multiple generations. I said it in my reading, you guys. Traditionally, all elders are both genders. We're to respected for the qualities, but no one is bigger than Big Mama. As a caregiver of many children and transmuter of family history, lore, and spirituality, she is the family jewel and guiding light. Okay? So, she came out in the reverse. So, when it comes out in the reverse, it also speaks of when you receive Big Mama in a reading, you better believe that that no matter how dark it is now, the light is always coming and everything is going to be all right. Big Mama also represents speaking about being willing to be able to share her glory, her light, her power with others. But this came in the reverse. Okay? So, in the reverse position is what do you need to do to look and feel your best? Okay? Do you feel being brilliant or successful? What is being highlighted? Okay? So in the sun card in tarot, in the reverse, normally the sun card represents something that you want to get. Okay? Something that you want to accomplish, but the grandma didn't accomplish it. This is what Andrianna's saying. Okay? And she's supposed to be somebody in the family that is supposed to guide the family. Not just guide them, but protect the family. Okay? And love the family. Okay? Somebody with wisdom. Okay? And it came in the reverse. So she didn't see her grandmom as that loving, caring person with wisdom. Okay? She's seen her in the reverse. Okay? And this is interesting that this says this. It says that you better believe that no matter how dark it is now, the light is coming and everything is going to be all right. Okay? Wow. So she didn't care that much for her grandmother. She didn't. And her grandma didn't have faith like Andrianna had faith. Okay? Wow. This is deep. So, wow. I just can't believe I'm getting these cards. That's all I gotta say. And I cannot believe that Andrianna did not see her grandma as loving and caring. Okay? At all. When you see this card in reverse, it's a sign that that you should let go and have some fun. It may also imply a lack of clarity or self-confidence. So the grandma lacked self-confidence, lacked wisdom. Okay. Now the message for her mother and father, which she's always given me, is the Four of Sticks, and you see a woman here and a man. Okay. What's the message for her parents? She's always giving messages for her parents. 103. So a happy couple is planting their baby's placenta in the ground. Okay, this is a some cultures they plant the placenta in the ground. So this is a plant. Okay, they planted their seed. Andrianna was the seed. Okay, a happy couple is planting their baby's placenta with angelic flowers beneath a lush myrtle tree in the hopes of attracting good fortune to their child. They were praying over this child. They were loving this child. Whoo, baby. A cause for celebration, a special event, relaxation, laying down roots, feeling blessed, interactions, harmonious, taking things to the next level, letting their hair down, prosperity, rites of passage. Okay, they had the rites of passage, and so did Andrianna. Family reunions, freedom, security, teamwork, making the dream work. Something wonderful to look forward to, feeling good about themselves, and their dreams are coming true. Okay, but this is not something that they dreamed or wished of. Okay, so Andrianna understands that her parents loved her. Okay, that they planted seeds in her for her to become the person that she was, even at 11 years old. They prayed for her. They loved her. Wow. Okay, the 10 of baskets. Andrianna's message for the parents. This is sad. I mean, she's no longer here. She's here in spirit. She is here in spirit with a grandmother. I know my reads are long, you guys, but just hold on, okay? So we got the 10 of baskets. And Andrianna's even bringing me back to biblical scriptures. This girl had faith. She had faith like many others don't have faith, okay? Yeah, she's always changing the story. Somebody says just like Tsunaki, the Sudisha Kanaki case. Yes, I did reads on Sudisha Kanaki. Okay, this girl had faith. She's referencing biblical. Okay, she's referencing her faith. Okay, this girl had faith. She had more faith than the grandma did. Okay, the 10 of baskets. This is a message for the parents. Wow, this is deep. So the positive meaning of the 10 of baskets is a happy family, spiritual contentment, relationships, blessings, shared value, friends who never let you down, reunion, stability, soulmates, compadres, united, celebrated with loved ones, and ideals of domestic situations. The dandelion, okay. A happy grill master and his family enjoying barbecue and moonshine infused with dandelion roots. Dandelion roots aids with the digestive, the stomach, the belly. They're going to need it. Okay. Um, they're on the other side praying. They're on the side watching. They know everything that's going on. This is the read I got on the grandmother, and I already told you guys if you go back to my previous reads, and I will show you the cards once again. And I use the Hoodoo Tarot, and I use the shells. I already seen what I need to see in the shells. She knew somebody. The grandma knew somebody. Okay. Now, do I believe that the grandma thought that her granddaughter would be murdered? No. Okay. Do I believe the grandma knew something would happen to Andrianna? Yes. Okay. But it went too far. Okay. So these are the cards I'm going to show you again. The Mother of Coins reverse. This is the grandma's energy. The Father of Sticks. Okay. The grandmother's energy. How the grandmother felt about Andrianna was the Seven of Coins. Okay, so she could have got 7,000. She could have got some money here because there's coins cards come out. That means money. Okay. How the grandma felt about Andrianna. Also the Eight of Sticks. Okay. Was the grandma practicing some obia? Okay. Go back to my previous readings. Not all obia people are good healers. Okay. There's duality in spirituality. There's good and bad in spirituality. Okay. Some people use it for good. Some people use it for bad. Okay. There's no gray area. Okay. It's either you're good or you're using it for bad. Okay. Now, I asked how Andrianna felt about her grandmother. It was the Big Mama in reverse. This should be a wise woman. This is not wise. Okay. Foolish. Careless. Reckless. Worried about money. The Four of Sticks. The Ten of Baskets. Let me pull from my deck and then I'm going to finish. I know I've been on here for a long time. Give me a card on this, on the grandmother, and Andrianna's situation, ancestors. Give me a card on this. Abuse and neglect. So maybe she just thought she was going to be abused and neglected. Not murdered. The gods. Somebody's god. That they had to do the ritual. Okay. Another card on the grandmother. Cover up. Thank you, ancestors. The grandma's a fool. The ancestors see. What else do we need to know? The community. She was working with somebody in the community. I said this. A witness. She was a witness. Jesus, Rosquad. Man-made. The girl will be Andrianna. The male. The kidnapping. Andrianna showing up as an angel. Wow. Whew. Okay, I'm going to end this right there. And it's showing up South America. I don't know if I should say this card, but the guardians are here. The guardians are here. Okay. I don't know about the grandfather. Did she have a grandfather? Oh my God. Let me shuffle. Give me one more card. Murder. Andrianna was murdered. And this is the grandmom's energy. But I don't feel like the grandmom knew that she was going to be murdered. I feel like if you see these cards here, that maybe she would be like a little bit of abuse and neglect going on, or some essay going on. But right here, abuse and neglect. Grandmom's energy. South America. Gods. What gods is she worshiping? What gods did these people worship? Because these gods are not our gods. They're not Andrianna's gods. Okay? They're false gods. Okay? Fake frauds. Fuckery. Okay? Cover up. Okay? Grandma's a fucking fool. Community. Okay? Remember I said she knew somebody, past, present, and future. Ancestors are watching. Andrianna was murdered. The ancestors are saying she's an angel. Okay, she was an angel. Kidnapped. Male. The same card I'm getting out on her. Girl. Man-made disaster. The grandma's a witness to it. Okay. This is a video I got. This is for entertainment purposes. This is all bullshit. Okay. All bullshit. Okay. But that interview needs to be revisited. They also need to do a lie detector test on the grandmother, because we know that a lot of people are involved in this. And I did not want to do this reading the way I did it, because the mom and father are suffering. They need to get out of Guyana, because this is some crazy-ish. And the father's 6 came in the upright position. This is a wise one. The ancestors. Okay. Thank you guys for joining me and being on here this long with me. I really thank you guys. I needed some clarity, some answers to this whole situation, because the grandmother was changing her story. My hands are itching. Let me rub my pocket. I don't have no pockets on my dress. So the grandma was a witness. Okay. She knew. She knew. Okay. What made her take Andrianna to that pool that day? I bet you any amount of money. I don't even care about the money. But I bet you it was the grandmom's ideal to go to the pool that day. And who paid for all those people to go to the pool? Who paid for that? Because they had an eye on Andrianna way before that day that she was in that pool. Okay? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. There was something that they said that they asked if she had a phone. Okay? Somebody close to Andrianna was giving somebody else information. Okay? Because how would they know so much about Andrianna? Okay? They knew, I believe they knew Andrianna's age before Andrianna even got to that damn pool. Okay? Andrianna's the girl. Okay? The male. Okay? I don't know what kind of male the grandmother knows. Okay? I don't know. Okay? Kidnapped. Okay? Kidnapped away from her family. Taken while she was at the pool. I mean, this shit, you can't even make this shit up. You guys, I was picking up that they're going to make a movie about this. Okay? And the grandmom needs to be questioned. Everybody that was at that pool that day needs to have a lie detector test and needs to be questioned. A lie detector test. And I pray to God that I'm wrong in this reading. Okay? But the spirits, okay, breath, the ancestors, okay, they don't lie. Okay? Andrianna knows this. Okay, she knows this. Okay? So did the grandma just think she might get beat up? Or is she just going to get essayed? And that's it? And she'll be okay. She's strong. Andrianna's strong. She'll be okay. So why didn't the grandma give herself up? All right, you guys, this is the read I got on the grandma. Andrianna Younge's grandmother. Oh, man. Man-made. Made to seem one way. Okay, I took them to the pool. Jesus. I got so many. Hold on, you guys. Okay, let's get one from the true crime. Because this is a crime. This is a murder. Murder. Murder, she wrote. This is a murder. She was murdered. We all know that. It's a cover-up. Okay, on the grandmother. The grandmom's energy. These cards are flipping, you guys. They want to speak. The grandmom's energy, prior to them going to the pool, you guys, I did so many reads on this. The grandma's energy surrounding this whole situation. I'm not going to say prior because party. Okay, they were at the pool. They were having a party. You could say it's a party because they were enjoying themselves, right? Grandma's energy. Homicide. Okay, she knew. I don't know if she knew that she was going to be murdered. Okay. It was made, it's supposed it was made to look like an accident. Okay, so an accident is like beat up, neglect, essayed. You understand what I'm saying? My card, but what happened was homicide. Okay, murder. Okay, surveillance. Okay, surveillance. Why would the grandma be surveilling Andrianna? To report to somebody else. Jesus. Did she send a picture to somebody? Did the grandma send a picture of Andrianna to somebody? Jesus. Okay. Okay, I got a caught. Shit. A caught. Okay, these people are caught. They're in a caught. Rituals. Ritualistic killing. Okay, tell me a little bit about the men that were there that day. The one with the towel that wasn't obviously in the pool was taking more pictures of her. He's in organized crime. Okay. So he's doing something illegal over there in Guyana. Not just taking souls. Okay. He has an accomplice with him. Okay. He could be selling drugs over there. Okay. I'm just saying. Importing drugs. Selling drugs. Okay. Using the hotel as a front. Okay. And he had an accomplice. His accomplice was there with him by the pool. Okay. He is in organized crime. There's people behind him. You can't see their faces. Okay. This is a cult, like ritualistic. Okay. She didn't know that it was going to go this far. I don't believe that. Okay. I try not to believe that in my heart. Okay. Try not to. So she thought maybe in an accident. Okay. She would get some kind of abuse and neglect. Okay. Because it came out. But did she think she was going to be murdered? Okay. Did she send pictures of somebody? Okay. And we seen him. He had the phone. Okay. He was messaging somebody. Okay. Sending pictures to somebody. Okay. What about the cousin who took the photos? Is she innocent? I don't know, because the energy that I was picking from her. Let's see. I did a read. I was picking up the aunt's energy. Now spouse or partner. Maybe okay, if you go back to my readings, I said that is she in a relationship with a spouse or partner? Okay. Because there's a whole bunch of people involved in this. Okay. Um, what's crossing the spouse and partner card? Gee. Um, hold on. What's crossing the spouse and partner card? This video is for entertainment purposes. I already pulled the auntie's energy. I don't feel like the auntie was like, I don't know. It's something off with their energy. Okay. When I talk about energies, the spirit. Okay. The aunt's in poverty. Okay, we all know that. The whole family's in poverty. It's so sad. Um, another clarification card for the auntie. Yes, money. Okay, so the auntie knows something. Okay, she knows more than what she's saying. And I think it was the auntie that showed the took the pictures. So the auntie will be going to court, testifying in some kind of way. Oh, the cousins. Shit. The cousin was at the cousin is a man who used to work at the hotel. I didn't know that. Somebody says the grandma's in a car along with everybody else. Shit. Okay, so we're asking about the cousin. Okay, I thought you mean the auntie. Okay, so let me put these cards back. So let's pull a card on the cousin. So the cousin is the male energy, right? So what do we need to know about the cousin that used to work for the hotel? Because obviously he knew what was going on in that hotel. Okay. The cousin that works for the hotel. This video is for entertainment purposes. The cousins. Andrianna. Ooh, my goodness. Okay, the cousin that used to work for the hotel. Egotistical. Okay, egotism. Okay, he has an ego about him. What else do we need to know about the cousin that used to work for the hotel? Andrianna. Show me what I need to see. Intuition. So he knew what was going on in the hotel. Because we asked about the cousin that used to work for the hotel. He knew. Okay, he knew what was going on in the hotel. Because intuition is knowing. Okay? Intuition is knowing. When you have intuition, you have an inner knowing. Okay? So he knew. Okay? What was going on. Let's get another clarification card for the cousin that used to work at the hotel. He knew that there was some stuff going on. Teddy, can you bring him in here and shut the door? I think he's in the window. Is he in the window? So, he was egotistic. His ego. He has a big ego. And his intuition. He knew. Intuition is a knowing. Okay. There was an end to something. Okay. What was the end? Or beginning to something. Okay. With a coffin card. What else? For the cousin. A marriage. Okay, so a marriage card can mean like not a little marriage, but like knowing what somebody's doing. Okay, a married couple. Okay, knowing what they're doing, knowing what they're involved in. Okay, or A marriage card can mean helping somebody. Okay. Partner. Okay. Give me another clarification card with this marriage card. False person. Jesus. The cousin's false. Okay, he's false. He's in the background, and then there's a woman in the front with red hair. Pinkish red hair. Okay. Wow. So they knew what was going on. He could be 38. The grandmother could be 83. I don't know. Okay. These numbers could be mean something here. 19. So he's false.
What?
Let's see if we get any money cards. Because we got money cards on the grandmother. But she didn't get what she was supposed to get. Okay. I don't believe she got everything she was supposed to get. Courtship. Partner. Okay. With this false person, this false female. So he's showing up as false. This video is for entertainment purposes. So he was in courtship. This woman has reddish pink hair. Okay, he might even be going to jail. 43, 38 could be his age. 34 could be his age. The imprisonment cards here. 29. The rats. The lovers. 15, 51. Whew. This card came out, and this was in a whole other deck. Spouse and partner. Okay, so what I'm getting from spouse and partner and marriage, okay, I'm getting the grandma's false, the cousin's false, okay, and something with the wife's owner, okay, the wife's owner of the hotel, okay, yeah, some hotels are not safe, okay. We've seen this with, and there's an energy around that hotel. When I look at the pictures of the hotel, it's dark. Okay, it's dark. Very dark energy. Okay. That hotel needs to be, they need to take that hotel and take it to the ground. Okay, burn it, destroy it, demolish it. Okay, and don't even put a thing up for Andrianna where that hotel is located. Okay. Because there's spirits that are not, they're not at peace. Okay? Put her moral, whatever you guys want to do, somewhere else. Okay? Don't put her, I mean, people would say, well, tear the hotel down and put like a moral for her where she died at. Okay? I mean, you can do that, but I wouldn't do that. Okay, because the energy that space carries is dark. Okay, she needs to be free. Okay, they're still holding on to her body. So let's see. Okay, so they're holding on to Andrianna's body. It's on ice. Okay, so a lot of people have tampered with her body, touched her body. And this girl wants peace. Okay, her spirit needs peace. Okay, let's pull one from the hoodoo. Her body, her spirit. Andrianna. I know this is long, you guys. Sorry. My videos are deep and long. Okay. Remember I said that she's on the other side with her grandmother, okay? But she's still here in spirit, okay? So this would be the moon card. Oh, storm. And Miss Ida is a high priestess. She needs peace, you guys. Her body needs peace. And she had a white dress on. Remember I told you she was going to have a white dress on? So are they keeping the body? Why are they keeping the body? I mean, I know they want people to do the autopsy. I think somebody's coming from Canada. Um, but the body needs the spirit, even the physical body needs to be at peace. Okay. This is a little girl here. Miss Ida is the high priestess. Okay, the high priestess is somebody that is what are you doing? What are you doing? He is like he's putting his finger on certain cards. My cat. Okay. I'm gonna let him do the reading. Okay, Miss Ida. Miss Ida is a high priestess. 3113. Miss Ida is a high priestess. Is Psalms 46:10. Be still and know that I am the divine. Okay. A 7-year-old Ida Carter is standing in the attic surrounded by candles. It's dark, but she's not afraid because she's an old soul who understands that she's never really alone. Okay. Um, so this is Andrianna. Okay. Um, a 7-year-old Ida Carter is standing in the attic surrounded by candles and it's dark. Okay, so wherever she's at is dark. But she's not afraid. Andrianna's not afraid because she's an old soul who understands that she's never really alone. Okay? Psalms 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. Yeshua. The meaning of Miss Ida. Okay, so also Miss Ida is a Seven Sisters, was a root worker from Hogansville, Alabama. There isn't much information about Miss Ida, but she is told in interviews that she was called to be a root worker at just 7 years old. Miss Ida recalled the process of her self-initiation, which consisted of burning 7 candles all at night while she prayed, starting on the 1st of May, and continued for six consecutive nights. Miss Ida represents the process of each May for 7 years until the Holy Spirit told her that she was ready to work for the community. Yes, the land is disturbed. When you see Miss Ida appears in a reading, you are being advised to slow down and consult your inner voice regarding the matter at hand. Everyone is forced to wait sometimes, but very few know how to do so while remaining at peace. So she wants peace, okay? Miss Ida asks that you stop sighting and tapping your foot as you wait for the light to turn from red to green. Do you know what might be do you know what might be down the road that could be harmful to you? Yes, she will bring peace upon the land. Or others, if you make a move now just because you feel like moving, no, you don't. Miss Ida is telling us that it's best to stop the foolishness and do something constructive. Okay, go within, trust your intuition, let go and let God, or Yeshua, or being impatient or forceful with the issue. Pay attention to your dreams and your visions. Everyone has a dark side. Are you aware of how yours works? Call on your mother figure. Seek and embrace the mystery. Does the unknown thrill or frighten you? Why or why not? Why or why not? Okay. So when I pull Big Mama, the Queen Mother, like, okay, so I'm also seeing Isaiah 21:5 here. He is trying to climb up the chair. They sent a pathologist, I think, from Canada. Yes. And she's wearing a white dress. Remember I said in my previous video I would see her in a white dress? And don't you know they put the picture out of her in a white dress? He's really trying to climb up this chair. Come on, Storm. Okay, you guys, this is the read that I got on the grandmother. This video is for entertainment purposes. And I got this card out too, so I want to say this card. Hold on, because I feel like it's important. Um, Let me find it. Because I like to use the shells and the bones. Um, Let me find this card here, because I feel like this could be a message too. Hold on, you guys. He is trying to get my attention. So Miss Ida was a high priestess, an intuitive child. So Adriana was an intuitive child, like a psychic child, a gifted child. Okay, so we got the moon card. Um, Deuteronomy 33:14. As for the precious fruits brought forth by the sun, and for the precious things put forth by the moon. Okay. Um, when Papa appears in the reading, you are being asked to consider that you might not know everything there is to know about a situation at hand. Not only that, but the details are possibly being postponed, hidden from you. Okay, this is what's happening with her. Okay, her case. Most likely, there is no concrete proof that you're being deceived, but undoubtedly, sense something is wrong. We all know something is wrong here. Papa may also be trying to tell you that sometimes you might seek the truth that has been intentionally obstructed by darkness to protect them. Everyone knows that the most valuable and precious items are kept out of reach from casual browser or lazy thieves who don't want to do the work to attain them from themselves. This is why our money, jewels, and other precious things are kept in boxes, vaults, and others. Okay. So the moon is also known to have a direct impact on the minds of the people on the earth's tides. In other words, the essential set the mood of the planet. Okay. Most people are also more fearful of lunar associations than the solar ones, as during the night when the moon is out, that we are forced to face the music after we have done something wrong. Okay, many shrewd at the thought of our fathers being told about the naughty behavior and punishment of us when we return later that evening. Okay, so these people will be punished. This is the reading I got, you guys, on the grandmother and the cousin that worked at the hotel. This video is for entertainment purposes. This is all bullshit. But ooh, okay. So she was an intuitive child. She was a psychic child. She was a seer. Okay. This is sad. Very, very sad. Okay. All right. This is a read that I did on Andrianna Younge and her grandmother. Now, also, I got drug trafficking, so they could be moving drugs underground. Okay. Okay. They are going to be exposed for this. Okay. False female and false male. This is a couple. Okay. So this is the owner's son of the hotel and his wife. Okay. I want to pull a card on the wife, the owner's wife. Okay. And he got my cards everywhere. The owner's wife. What do we need to know about the owner's wife? The owner's wife. Because I feel like she has a lot to do with this. Ooh. She's watching social media. Okay, she's watching social media. They said she's in New York. She's in Queens. She's alive. Okay, this is a marriage. Okay, she might even fake her own death. Okay, remember I said somebody was going to fake their death. What else do we need to know about the owner's son's wife? She's crazy. She's fucking crazy. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Yes, her soul needs to be rest. The The owner's son's wife holds the secrets. Okay, she's involved with this. She's accomplice in this. Okay, man-made disaster. She wanted to keep her family life. She wanted to keep her families together. So this ritual was performed for her family to keep her husband. Crazy. Money. This is crazy. All because she wanted to keep her husband. The owner's son of the hotel. This woman is crazy. Okay, I'm not making this up. I'm getting batshit crazy energy. Okay, she might try to take her life, but she has some secrets. She holds secrets. She might fake her death. She's married to the owner's son. Okay, she's alive. Okay, she's watching social media. She did this for her family. She might even fake her death. Okay, remember I said somebody's going to fake their death here. Okay, she holds some secrets. She knows some shit. Her family. Okay, she wanted to keep her family together. Man-made disaster, fire. Accomplice, partner in crime. Whew. You guys, thank you guys for joining me. This has been a long reading. The last I heard, I think she's in Queens. Okay, she's at a crossroads. She has a choice to make. She's jealous of her own husband. Jealous. This is a jealous woman, a crazy woman. Okay, crazy. The hotel owner's wife is crazy. She's not normal. Okay, if you come in contact with her, the bitch ain't normal. She crazy. She's crazy. She's jealous over her husband's affairs. And she will do anything. Look at the blood. She will spill blood. The bitch is crazy. That's what's hidden. Okay? They want us to heal from this. And also, Andrianna's body, her spirit needs to be at rest. Okay? What else I need to know about the owner's son's wife? The crazy biddy. Affair. So he was having an affair. Okay, she knows about the tunnels. Okay, she knows about the tunnels. She knows about her husband having affairs with other women. And she thought by spilling blood here, she would keep her husband. She's crazy. She thought by spilling some blood, she would keep her husband. Shit don't work. Yes, the FBI will get her. If y'all know her location, you need to tell the FBI where she's at. Shit, I don't even know who to trust in this whole situation, because this is deeper. We're only on the surface of this. So she knew about the tunnels. She knew about the male, her husband. She knew about his affairs. She was very jealous, and she wanted blood to be spilt. That's blood. What else do we need to know about this crazy? Justice needs to be served out here. Fire. Look at this. Social media. Ooh, storm. She's crazy. The woman is crazy. She's watching social media. She's obsessed with it. She needs to watch it. I hope she watches my video, because I'm going to expose her ass. She left by road. That day she went to the airport. You see her on camera with her 2 children. Gift. What gift? Cover up. Child. Okay. Home. She might have some regrets. Outer space. Her mind ain't right. She wanted revenge. Okay, the bitch mind is not right. She's in La La Land. Okay. taking somebody's child, she's crazy. Okay? Thinking that if she could spill some blood. And she's watching social media. I hope she watches my channel. Okay? Because justice will be served. Okay? All right. Thank you, guys. This was a long, long read. All right, you guys. You guys have a good day. Thank you guys for joining me. Yes, Andrianna's body needs to be at rest. Her spirit needs to be at rest. Revenge. This woman's crazy. Okay? Crazy. The owner's son's wife is fucking crazy. And the owner. They're liars. They're liars. They're thieves. There's a tunnel somewhere. She wanted revenge because of her husband was a fucking cheater. Jealousy. All kinds of affairs. And isn't there a pregnant woman that worked at the hotel supposed to be the owner's baby? She was a greedy bitch. She might even fake her death. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. This is Jennifer Felix reading. Comment below. Share, share, share. This is what I got on the grandmother. The grandmother, the owner's wife, and the cousins. Okay? And this video is for entertainment purposes. They all need to be charged. They all need to be arrested. Okay? All right? They all need to have a lie detector test. And the grandma, her story's not making sense because you can't make it make sense. Okay? She's changing her story, and none of it makes sense. Okay? Because it's lies. Okay? A lie, when you tell a lie, it's not going to make sense. Okay? All right, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Once again, this is Jennifer Felix Readings. Thank you guys all. We need to pray. Continue to pray. Okay? For Andrianna, Andrianna's father, and Andrianna's mother, Andrianna's brothers and sisters, and the ones that truly love Andrianna. Okay? Andrianna Younge. Okay? All right. Thank you guys. Bye. Ashe.